I'm happy. You know, I'm truly happy. I'm truly pleased with how my career has went. You know, every fight played a major was very, very important. But my most important fight of my career was number 48. Was number 48. I mean, even though every fight played a major key, it's just that, you know, everyone else said that Pacquiao was the guy. Floyd Mayweather was ducking and dodging. Floyd Mayweather was a coward. Man, I just, just like I do when I'm in the ring. I bobbed and weaved, and let everyone say what they had to say. I went out there and done what I had to do. No matter how I won, as long as I won.
Why Andre Berto for number 49? What intrigued you about this matchup?
He's always in an exciting fight. If he get knocked down, he get right back up. If his shoulder is torn, he continue to fight. Good knockout ratio, former two-time world champion, and I only can judge a man off his last fight. In his last fight, he got a knockout, and he's been looking exciting to me.
Floyd, now that you have perspective on what happened for that Mayweather-Pacquiao event, what did it mean to you personally as the athlete to not only go through that experience, but get the dominant win that you got over a guy like Manny Pacquiao?
I just think that, so much hype on him. I have held my end of the bargain. No excuses. You know, if I came up short, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can cry or complain about. You know, when I can go out there and make somewhere upwards of 300 million in 36 minutes, I'm blessed. We done record-breaking numbers. I mean, I'm happy. You know, I have held my end of the bargain. My job, I always go out there. You know, as far as when you're older, you know, it's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. And we believe in taking less punishment. We don't believe in taking no punishment. And if we can keep a guy on the outside, we're gonna beat him on the outside. If we got to beat him in the inside, we're gonna beat him in the inside. We're gonna do whatever we have to do to be victorious, because Floyd Mayweather is a winner when it's all said and done.
Do you feel that enough credit was given to you for that win? Because I know it was overshadowed a bit with the injury and all that.
What injury?
That Manny had.
You sound like a comedian. I don't worry about that. You know, it's just like they say. No, I just look at it like this. They say, I think your biggest fighters in the sport of boxing is Canelo, right? Pacquiao, Cotto, and Mayweather, right? So if I beat them, I already beat all the top guys in the sport, and I've been doing this from day one. So there's no one else to fight. You got to realize, we look in the junior middleweight division, and we look in the welterweight division. There's only one person that stands out alone, Floyd Mayweather. So I feel that I could choose whoever I want to choose to fight. But I don't feel that we give Berto enough credit. The guy can have his eyes closed, he's gonna continue to fight. A guy can get knocked down, he's gonna hop up, he's gonna continue to fight. He can be down on the scorecards, he's gonna continue to give it 100%. And that's what we wanted.
Speaking on that subject, not giving enough credit to Berto, what would you say to a fan that were to come up to you and say, hey Floyd, you know, Berto's 3-3 in his last 6 fights. Some other guys like Thurman or Amir Khan deserve this fight a lot more than him. Why does it have to be pay-per-view? Why can't it be a free fight?
I say that I only can judge a man off his last performance in his last fight. Marquez could have lost his last fight, but you know what? They're gonna remember him for what he did in the Pacquiao fight. So, you know, I'm only gonna judge Berto off his last fight. He did the same thing to Lopez that Canelo did. He handled the job just like Canelo did. So I can judge a man off his last performance, and he gave it 100%, and the grade I gave him was an A.
Floyd, you've proven with the Pacquiao win that you can beat anybody in your division or even close to your division.
Yes.
So it seems now that you're fighting for legacy. Why is Berto?
I don't really want to say legacy. I think I'm going down in the Hall of Fame already. I truly believe so. I think I beat more world, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. You guys let me know. I think I beat more world champions than any fighter. No, I beat more than that. So I beat more fighters than any boxer. More than that.
More than 20?
More than that.
22? 21?
I think it's 21.
22. Yeah. So I think it's going to be 23. So I think, you know, and guys like Julio Cesar Chavez, I take my hat off to guys like that. But it took him 100 fights to where it took me less than half of his fights. And that's one of the guys that, you know, I love watching. That one of the guys I looked up to when I was young. Loved to see him fight. He was a remarkable fighter. Those are guys that paved the way for me to be where I'm at. But, you know, I think when my career is over, they're going to appreciate me a lot more. And what I did for the sport of boxing, before I got in the sport, it was all about heavyweights. You never seen, you know, I brought all the big money, and I brought all the big money to the small weight classes. You know, if you go and look, Oscar De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao, I mean, you just look, the list goes on. Cotto, Canelo, all of them got their biggest payday with Floyd Mayweather.
With that said, Floyd, how does Berto fit in to that list you just put?
Oh,
Canelo,
he's making his biggest payday with Floyd Mayweather.
Pacquiao. Is he in the caliber of those fighters, and why in your career with a guy that you know that the fans, be they right or wrong, are disappointed in a choice like this?
Well, the thing is this, you know, I don't have anything like MMA. You got guys that's in the MMA that's 10-9 and fighting for world championships. This guy won what, over 80% of his fights, and it's a problem now. And like I said before, I can judge the guy off his last performance, and every time he go out, he's exciting. They don't.
Right here.
I think
We got to do BET.
Yeah,
We got to keep going.
Floyd,
We got to keep going.
BET.com. At your press conference after the Pacquiao fight, you said you hadn't really been passionate about boxing since maybe like your third fight or something.
Yes.
With the finality of this situation, has that changed at all for you?
I'm working hard. You know, I'm working hard every day. You know, I think today is a good day to go watch basketball. We're gonna go watch the ladies play. The ladies professional basketball players play right next door. We're gonna walk right next door and watch the game, watch them play. Boxing. I mean, I want to help. I want to see the fighter that's under the Mayweather Promotions banner go to the next level. You know, I want to help this sport live on. I'm not passionate, of course, you know, I'm being honest. You know, if I can make, you know, 60, 70 million in 36 minutes, I'm gonna go out there and do it.
In your own words, how do you want to be remembered when all said and done?
As a brainiac. It takes brains to surround yourself with smart people. And one thing about me, I'm the best at that. You know, my trainer he's sharp. My father has a very sharp mind, so he's the best at what he do. You know, I mean, so when I'm sparring or when I'm boxing, he can do something. If I didn't see him, I can see him out of my peripheral vision and say, do it again, even while I'm boxing. So that's a talent in itself. A lot of fighters can't do it. And so he can say one thing, and I know what he want with it. If he say throw the right hand, I know he want the hook in the right hand with that, and he want to come back with a double jab. You know, if he say right hand,
Canelo versus
get back.
Canelo versus Cotto. You've beaten them both. Who's better in that fight?
Canelo and Cotto, intriguing matchup. I think that Cotto took more chances with me, but he took more punishment. And Canelo is a very smart boxer though. But Cotto's, he boxed too a little bit. Later on in the fight, he showed me that he had boxing skills, but you gotta realize, Cotto used to watch me every day when I used to be in top rank. Every day when he was, because you know, before Cotto turned professional, I was world champion. So he used to come in the gym every day and watch me. Still to this day, I see Cotto making certain pivot moves that I do, and I can't take nothing away from Cotto. Very strong, you know, hard-hitting guy. Canelo, very sharp boxer. So it's a very intriguing matchup.
Where'd you put your money?
I don't know, but I could tell everybody tuning in September 12th.
Would you have any interest at all in fighting the winner of that fight?
We talking about the fighters that we got. My team, you know, it's all about giving your fighters comfort, and we want to give our fighters under the Mayweather promotion banners comfort. Gervonta Davis, Tank. 11-0, 10 knockouts. Unbelievable young fighter, 20 years old. He's one of the guys that's the future of boxing. But Jalen Love has been looking good in the gym. We got Andrew Tabiti, who my father has been working with, 11-0 with 10 knockouts, soon to be world champion. We have a lot of solid fighters in our stable.
Was this fight ever considered to be on? Was this fight ever considered to be on network television? Did you guys ever really talk about that?
It's all about pay-per-view. It's all about pay-per-view. It's all about pay-per-view. I love my fans. You know, I want to commend you guys. Take my hat off to you guys for supporting me throughout the years. It's truly been a blessing.
Do you think it's a hard sell, given that the two of the pay-per-views, the Cotto Canelo and Manny Golovkin, are coming up for fans that are maybe a little hard pressed because of the money with the other pay-per-views?
You know, I don't, like I said before, I don't really know the guy, Gennady. I just know him as Triple G. I mean, he okay, but you know, I can't make 60, but I've seen him fight. He straight up and down, no special effects, but I wish him nothing but the best. Congratulations with everything that he's done in his career.
Any advice for Miguel after taking that L?
No, I wish, you know, I don't have anything negative to say about anyone. I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed to be where I'm at, and I'm happy to be in this situation.
How did Khan really lose this fight? How did Khan really lose the opportunity to fight you?
Hey, thank you, Kelly. Thank you.
Radio Raheem with Floyd Money Mayweather. He's fighting Andre Berto on September 12th at the MGM Grand. You heard his explanation. Let's see if that's good enough for you to buy that fight at $75.